All right, John here at PT, Dan with Sandler Training.
Hello.
If we lean to that's Acrisure Stadium.
There you go.
Pittsburgh.
Oh, I should have leaned this
And
way.
the Allegheny River. So, want to talk about differentiation. This comes up a lot in what we do. So as we're having upfront conversations, we're asking, how do you differentiate yourself? How do you separate yourself? And so I think in part, we're our own worst enemy a little bit with that.
Yes.
Because then when they're in an appointment, we're asking them to differentiate themselves based on how they behave, not based on product and service. And they really focus in on product and service as opposed to, hey, I'm great at that questioning side of things. They're gonna have a whole different experience with those kinds of things. So can you talk about differentiation and how to get out of the product and service bucket and get into the things that really matter?
Let's even add, get out of the "it's because you get me" bucket too. And then let me give you an example. So back in the mid 1980s, I was looking at buying a cell phone for my company. I know, a long time ago, right? And the sales guy came in, and I remember asking him, well, what makes you guys better than another company? He goes, because you get me. And I thought, oh, that's brilliant. So I bought from him. And then whenever I went to give him the order, turned out he had left that company. He joined another company. And I felt deflated, like he had fooled me. It had nothing to do with him. And anyway. But this happens a lot, John. Salespeople go, well, you get me, you get my people, you get who we're. People don't buy because of you and who you are. They get a little bit.
Yes.
It's all about, do they have a problem? Can you solve that problem?
And can you bring it out? And can you solve it?
Bingo. Do they know what the problem is?
Yes.
Have you helped them learn? So
Yes.
Quit talking about this is what makes us great. This is what makes us fantastic. Start talking more about, hey, you're already using someone. Why in the world would you switch? What would you like them to be doing differently? Why aren't they already doing it? Ask more questions. Get them talking about themselves, not about you.
Yeah, and this applies specific to our space, but the prospects you meet with in that B2B world, whether it's on the financial and insurance side or the IT side, they're very accustomed to an engagement from somebody like you. It doesn't matter if you're like them or not. They think of you as like them. And there's somebody coming in, asking a lot of data questions, and then coming back with something. And when you shift and you just focus in on, hey, I'm going to ask a lot of very good questions. I'm going to take somebody really deep. I'm going to make sure there really is a problem. And then I'm going to talk about it, even if I can solve it, and what that's going to look and smell like. A whole different feel of the experience. And it's do they remember what they tell you, or do they remember how you make them feel?
My goal on a sales call is to make this a difficult conversation for the buyer.
Yes.
I need to get them thinking differently than they ever have. I need to get them starting to think about things. Whether they do business with me or not, they're going to be uncomfortable in that meeting, because that's the only way they're going to change. Whether they use me or not, I need to make them uncomfortable so change can occur.
Yeah, otherwise it's just everything they've done before, and they're going to nod, and they're going to grunt, and you're going to leave, and they're going to ghost you, and you're going to go look for the next one.
I hate it when prospects grunt.
That's what you latch on to. What can you do? All right, everybody.
We'll see you guys later.